So we came to Sedona to go to a Graham Hancock event, an alternative archaeologist that's making a lot of discoveries. And it's led us down a pretty wild path, and we can't wait to show you guys.
So Diana, what is going on in Sedona?
What isn't going on in Sedona?
They're up there. Bright light.
Whoa,
Right
there you go. Right there. Here,
right-
here. Oh, it's going dim now.
We're like, what? That's not an airplane. That's not a satellite.
That was the guy with the beard.
is
Guy with the beard, you
awesome.
can keep those. Now what I like to say is, hey guys, anybody out here that wants to communicate with us, please do. Please show up for us tonight. We got a hit. Some people suggest it may be a map. Some people suggest this here, right here, is that rock formation right over there to your right, Tom.
What is that doing out here?
And there were giant black streaks smeared down the sides of my head.
I'm immediately thinking somebody or something is sending a message.
I think it means something.
That's got it, right?
Hoodoo, you've probably studied Egyptian hieroglyphs and stuff like that.
Quite a bit.
There is a symbol that's like this with another dot.
Oh wait, it's peaking now.
Mine's peaking too a little bit more.
It is a 26 by 28 foot oval burn circle.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like a diamond.
That's like a real crystal. Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that one she just got.
And I looked at the rods, and they're doing exactly what I want them to do. They're pulsing like some type of an energy, almost like a heartbeat.
Talk about a paranormal hotspot.
Hot. It's hot.
I think everything that's paranormal has been spotted
Has been
here.
seen here, experienced here.
This is one of the biggest hot spots in our country for strange things. This area out here is bigger than Area 51. It's bigger than Roswell. This area out here is one of the best kept secrets in our country.
I just heard somebody call it Area 52.
This may be one of the biggest hot spots in the world.
Sedona gets 3,000 reported sightings in and around Sedona, so we don't bother to report what we see out there.
I'm Tom,
And I'm Cheri.
and we're EnjoyTheJourney.Life. And on this trip, we showed up a couple months ago to see Graham Hancock.
Yeah, we saw Graham Hancock and a few other names. You probably remember William
Henry. Randall Carlson.
Yep.
And we caught this great selfie with Randall and Graham Hancock together. That was really fun. Fabulous conference. But you guys know where we're at right now?
So this has led us down quite the trail. That was only the beginning. It has been quite a ride. And right now we are at
Bradshaw Ranch.
which is known to be the twin of Skinwalker Ranch, if you've heard of that. If you haven't, you can check out the video we did on that.
We camped next to Skinwalker Ranch, and I can't say that we personally experienced anything there, but here, oh my gosh, I had an experience that I've never had before that I'm gonna tear up talking about it right now.
Etheric beings show up, and I had a red light like this on.
I just, something just came over me, like, I don't know what it was. Just a wave of something.
Oh, wow.
But anything paranormal, UFOs, Bigfoots, Skinwalkers, Dogman, and ghosts, and yes, a secret government base. And so you mentioned ghosts and Bigfoot and aliens. All of this is happening in this area?
So much. Yeah. I mean, most people go up to Jerome for the hauntings, right? And they don't think that they're running around Sedona or anywhere in the surrounding areas, but they always are. We're always surrounded by spirit.
We have multiple local people and experts in the subject, so we can't wait to share this series of videos with you. So make sure you subscribe, because this is going to take a few videos.
Right. Even Brandon Fugel, the owner of Skinwalker Ranch, came out here And he was interested in buying this ranch. There's so much paranormal activity here. So,
and the ranch is owned by the government, and they weren't willing to sell. The crew from Beyond Skinwalker Ranch was here, and they recorded several episodes here. I think they went over on the Beyond Skinwalker episodes. My grandmother, she saw a lot out there from portals opening. That's one of the biggest things, is a portal opening at the alligator juniper tree on the property, where it opened up this portal where you could see right into it, and you could see telephone pole lines. And
Yes.
that was super cool. My dad has experienced, while on horseback, the horse acting weird, looking in dark corners, where it'd act like there's a creature, an animal in that area when there wasn't. We've done videos on Skinwalker Ranch, and we camped right by Skinwalker Ranch, which was amazing. But we didn't personally experience anything, and the difference here is we are experiencing it.
And my first trip out here, I went on a UFO tour with the night vision, and I mean, we saw 60 UFOs.
Wow.
You just see so many of them here, and that's after I've camped in every other state and not seen anything at all.
So here at Bradshaw Point, I feel like if you come out here, you're almost guaranteed to see UFOs.
It's just an area where everything's possible. We go out to watch UFOs. Everyone's like, oh, really? Did you see anything? And I'm like, yeah, like 12 last night. You know, like, yeah, of course, every single night. This is just a really concentrated, active area.
Cheri and I have had right here in this spot the most phenomenal experiences we've ever had.
they're up there. Bright light.
Whoa, there you go. Right there. Here, here. Oh, it's going dim now. Right there. It's right in there.
Wow.
It powered up for you. Sure.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, that's,
Wow.
is that the third one tonight already?
Wow.
You know, we get about 3,000 sightings in and around Sedona almost every year, sometimes more, sometimes less.
Wow.
But if we were to actually report the sightings we see on our outer dimension tours, and we're out here almost every other night, if not every night, we could easily add another 1,000 to the list.
Wow.
I just got chills, and I don't know. I smelled and I got chills.
I smell something.
Yeah, I hear some clicking.
Oh, you hear clicking?
Yeah, I heard some clicking over there.
Oh, and I'm looking at this. What's this up here? Firefox, what's up there?
I need to get my glasses.
What is that? What is that?
Right. Holy
We gotta get the
cow.
camera on that. Come back, come back, come back. It's up, it's up. It's not a plane.
What?
And it was so bright. It's moving.
What,
It's, yeah, it's not a satellite.
Oh, that one too.
It was so bright. It was so bright. Oh, and it was not a satellite. It's still kind of there. Did you see how bright that was, Tom?
Yeah, that was super. I got it with my iPhone.
Yeah, is that a UFO?
Course several times.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it sure is. And it's not blinking either.
so do you want to throw your?
Stops and starts and changes course.
Do you want to throw your?
Oh, is that another one?
I think that's another one, but
Yeah.
that could be a satellite. This one is not.
We got a hit on that when you're talking about the UFO. So when we're talking about the UFO, we got a hit on the REM pod. And the REM pod, I think, hit too when the other UFO showed up of me running energy, and then the Bigfoot etheric beings show up, and I had a red light like this on.
I just, something just came over me, like, I don't know what it was. Just a wave of something.
Oh, wow.
Just,
Wow.
can you tell what's going on? Or
I feel high. I feel high. Did you get abducted? What happened, Tom?
I just had a wave, a flush through my head. It just like, this might be that way the entire interview, right?
I hope it is. We may not get any talking done, and that's
Right.
okay.
We may be like, we're gonna have to save these questions for the daytime.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But we had night vision goggles, and right over here, there is a place that a cave or an opening in the side of the mountain that you can only see with the night vision goggles. It's not there all the time. You can't see it with the naked eye. Nobody knows what it is.
But if you look over there, you can't see it with the naked eye. Something that bright should be seen by the naked eye. With the naked eye, you cannot see this light. But when you put on the night vision goggles, there's this ball of bright light and the light's coming out of it. But as bright as it is, when you see it in the night vision goggles, you figure you should be able to see it with your naked eye. But no, you take the night vision goggles off and there's nothing. So that's something that's trying to stay hidden.
Go out to find this.
But I would expect to be confronted if we do that.
So you think the military are involved with that?
I'm sure that there'll be somebody there to circumvent anybody who tries to check it out.
There's a portal nearby. There's a lot of portals out here, Tom, but there's a portal nearby that I can't really disclose the name of the area, but it's nearby, and it seems to be that it's being, protected by our government or some private entities that work with our government.
There is also rumors of a secret military base right here, that there are tunnels underneath this area that run off into secret mountain wilderness back here. We were driving into Sedona one day, and all of a sudden a bunch of military helicopters were headed this way. And that's not unusual. People have had sightings of military helicopters flying out here following a UFO, some kind of disc.
And there are underground installations here, alien and U.S. military, in different places, and there's been crews here with ground penetrating radar and all kinds of stuff, and they've investigated it. And the History Channel, beyond Skinwalker, there is a tunnel under the Bradshaw Ranch, a big one, probably 50 feet across, and they validated it with ground penetrating radar. They found the tunnel, and it goes right under the Bradshaw Ranch. The Bradshaws, remember, because everything shook on the ranch. The water pipes, everything on the exposed on the surface shook when the drilling, whatever it was, it drilled underneath the ranch. They clearly remembered it, and the History Channel validated it. They were able to get pictures of it with ground penetrating radar.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think I was watching your interview on News Nation, and the very next day, my fiance and I were driving into Sedona, and we saw like 4 or 5 military helicopters heading toward secret mountain wilderness. And it was like, what? What's going on?
Oh yeah. No, there was a UFO crash here 30 years ago, and there were six of us researchers that were here, and there was the military was everywhere, and there were helicopter gunships loaded with missiles flying at treetop level, in a line, 5 or 6 of them in a line. So there's been a lot of intense. I've written about almost all of it in my books, but beyond. Merging Dimensions is mainly about Bradshaw Ranch, but my other books have been about the paranormal, the very ultra strange activity that's happened in Sedona, and it's been bizarre. Like I like to say, I can prove it. I'm not just blowing smoke out of my ears. I've got, whatever I talk about, I can prove it with witnesses, and I can. So it's been super bizarre here, the stuff that's been going on for the last 40 years.
All right.
All right, let's continue onward with our journey. There's also this mysterious antenna out here.
What is that doing out here?
So everything out here is trying to poison you, poke you, kill you. Basically, that's what we got. All right, so this is our tower in the middle of nowhere, but flood control. Are we talking about The end times, the Hopi prophecy, the great earth shaking, when the red Kachina comes and then the blue Kachina comes and the flood waters come and the ice come. Is that what we're talking about here? And I looked at the rods and they're doing exactly what I want them to do. They're pulsing like some type of an energy, almost like a heartbeat. And God knows what's underground. Is it water? Is it a giant UFO? Is it a giant being beyond our comprehension? Is there a temple? What's underground?
You know, we're blessed to be in a very highly potent spiritual energy in an environment that is just, you know, very electric with different happenings. So we've got, like, you know, portals opening and shutting. We've got UFO activity. We've got, you know, it's just, we actually experience all these things everywhere on Earth, but in a super highly energetic area, it's going to be exaggerated. So you come to Sedona, you're bound to have a spiritual experience because it's a heightened energy here.
Yeah, going back, oh my gosh, we have to just say the history of here. Elvis Presley, John Wayne, they made movies at this ranch.
Yeah, we have so much to share. This is going to be amazing.
So Bob Bradshaw came to this area around 1945. Later on, he became one of the first Marlboro men. Somebody saw him in a movie. They're like, who's that guy in the movie just riding off in the distance? We need him for our cigarette commercials. So Bob never smoked, but he was one of the original Marlboro men. Now out here in Sedona, there are about 70 movies filmed. It's hard to count, but most of them were these old westerns. And Bob Bradshaw got to rub shoulders with John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, and even young Elvis Presley was out here. Now, Bob was married and divorced a few times. One of his wives, her name was Linda Bradshaw. And Linda Bradshaw, the way I look at her, as a warrior of light, she was a bad mamma jamma, and she wasn't afraid of nothing. So she started seeing things out on the ranch. What kind of things? UFOs, aliens, strange lights, dinosaur, reptilians, Bigfoot. A Bigfoot she called Big Girl.
What do you think of all this attention coming on to your family's namesake?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, like when I was growing up, I always said, you know, it's like small town famous, you know, where people know about the Bradshaw legacy, the conspiracy theories about the ranch, the movie sets, to the photography, to, you know, aliens, orbs, Bigfoot, and more.
And the internet has a lot of misinformation on the ranch, hands down. And it has a lot of information that was kind of buried.
And have you experienced anything personally or seen anything personally?
Oh yeah, every time I go out there, you know, there's definitely something where it's, you know, something that's quite obvious, like a Black Hawk helicopter kind of following our vehicle out there, or something a lot less obvious where it's orb in the sky, super high up, not moving for a while, and then instantly doing maneuvers that would have G-forces that humans couldn't experience. It'd have to be unmanned or some other kind of craft.
The human body has chakras, a lot of chakras, but there's 7 main chakras that affect the way that you experience energy, bring it into your body. And the earth is the same way. It's like a larger body. Okay, and so there's vortex areas that are spinning areas of energy. And like I was at the Montana vortex, for instance, and that one I worked with a physicist that taught me the lines of demarcation. I think that's how you pronounce it, but where they overlap and where they're stronger, and there could be visual distortions, there could be time distortions, there's all kinds of metaphysical laws that are bent when you're inside of a vortex or in a vortex area. So basically the laws of physics get all mixed up. So that's why it's fun to come here to play, because you can see and experience things that are usually locked down in other areas.
Interesting.
Yeah. One day we were out there with a group, and one of the ladies had tripped. Like, she was with us on our thing. She tripped, she went down, and she was like, oh, I'm okay. And everyone, you know, ran to her aid and helped her up. And just when she had tripped, I was behind about 6 or 7 people. I looked up and I had seen, like, there was a hill, a bank kind of far across the field, and I had seen it go like this, like it pulsed out and then it went back. And that's what
Wow.
made her trip. You know, and that's the kind of stuff that happens out there with dimensions shifting.
Interesting.
And yeah, so it can happen in the land, you know, Bigfoot, ghosts, there's just all the stuff that happens out there. So yeah, you have to really be finely attuned when you're out there to anything that can happen, be super well protected, and always clear your energy when you leave.
Plus, a lot of the guides experience time skipping out there. So
Right, or the batteries die, you know.
batteries die for no reason, electrical issues.
It's very common. Cameras won't focus or the batteries go dead. It's very common, especially in the Bradshaw Ranch. Camera crews, we had a different camera crew every week out there from somewhere, Germany, Japan, wherever. And they a lot of times their batteries would go dead.
Yeah, I've had guides out there at the same time that came back and said they didn't see each other, even though it's one way in, one way out. So a lot of freaky stuff out there. So
Now, I was driving in from the desert one day, and Cody, or the professor, was driving out, and this is an anomalous energy area. A lot of weird things happen here. I'm just hitting pavement, which we're about to do, and I hear him calling over the radio. H2, this is the professor. We're going to need first responders. I saw a van go off the road and flip over. They're going to need help. It doesn't look good. Okay, where are you, Cody? Well, I'm just about to get to Fay Canyon. Okay, Cody, we'll let him know. So he moves on. I'm about to cross by that area, and I go, I don't want to see this. And the people in my Jeep go, I don't want to see it either. Well, we didn't see what Cody saw. We saw a woman, 5'6", 130 pounds, and she was standing outside of her van, and there were no dents and no scratches, and it was upright. So I got back to H2, and Cody said, it looked really bad. I said, well, we didn't see what you saw, and I explained. He goes, no, I saw this. I go, I know, Cody, but I saw that. And he goes, but my people saw it crash. We saw it roll over multiple times. I said, there's no dents and scratches, and I can't imagine that little lady pushed that van upright and buffed out all the dents and scratches in 30 seconds. And I said,
Right.
Cody, it is Sedona. So there is an energy line running through here. There is vibration from these rocks here. So the question is, what happened? Were there two realities, and there's a van that's not hurt, it's not dented, and another reality it is, and people did get hurt? Are there, a prevailing, we didn't want that to happen, so therefore we changed reality? Well, he saw it happen. He saw it, but we saw something else. Let me just call in real quick. H2, this is Salt back on pavement. Salt back on pavement. So we're at Bradshaw Point, the last place we just were, and I was up there in a blue Jeep. My coworker Lenny was in a yellow Jeep, and there was a stranger up there in a Jeep Gladiator with a telescope looking off in the direction where all those vehicles disappeared one day. And I think there's more to that. But anyways, I left that area, and I was coming out of the desert and going down the hill from Bradshaw Point. And my ladies were pokey pushing, asking a lot of questions. And I guess they upset the things in the beyond, right? Or the aliens or whoever. And not real aggressively, but something took my Jeep by the wheel, tried to pull it over to the side of the road, pull it off the road, but not enough to make us crash. I looked at it in the back, they didn't notice. I'm like, but they're asking me questions. Salt, what's going on out here? Everything I need to know. We don't know what's going on, we don't. So I'm just answering questions. The second time it happened, it was abrupt. It was like, yeah, that was us. And they did it enough that I was like, all right, knock it off. So I look back, they don't notice. So I just kind of look up, and in my quiet mind, telepathically, I say, you're not pulling my Jeep off the road today. You are not stronger than me. Now, there are laws how this all works. They didn't pull my Jeep off the road, but they did respond immediately. They made my Jeep die. It was dead in the water.
Really?
They made it die. No electronics. To which the woman responded, oh my God, this is real. Did I do that? I did that. What are we gonna do? And she was scared. And she was nervous. And then I said, Lenny will be right down, and I'll call the mechanics. So I called the mechanics, and the yellow Jeep started to approach. And I go, here comes Lenny. But as the Jeep approached, it was Pierce. And I said, hey, Pierce, where are you coming from? He said, Bradshaw Point, why? I go, I was just there with Lenny. He goes, I was just there alone. I go, no, me and Lenny were there and there was a stranger. He goes, no, I just left, Lenny's not there. I go, I guarantee you Lenny's still there. Now we just drove around there, Tom. You know that area is not all that big. Day or night, you're gonna see every vehicle up there. So another yellow Jeep comes down the road and lo and behold, it's Lenny. So I got my ladies loading up with Pierce. I'm gonna jump in with Lenny. Mechanics are on their way. They'll deal with the Jeep. And I go, Lenny, tell Pierce where you came from. He said, Bradshaw Point, why? And Pierce goes, what? You guys are freaking me out. Now we're all in the know about this stuff, but this is still pretty strange. And then I'm loading up with Lenny and another yellow Jeep comes down the road and it's Firefox. Hey Firefox, where are you coming from? Bradshaw Point, why? Here we go. So, did you see us, Firefox? No. Should I have? I'm like, did you see anybody? Did you see a vehicle up there? So me and Lenny saw a gray pickup truck. I'm pretty sure it was a Jeep Gladiator. Pierce didn't see anybody. Now me and Lenny, we saw a company called Safari drive down the other way. It's a company. And Pierce said he saw the same thing. So we know that me and Lenny and Pierce were there at the same basic time. Firefox said, oh yeah, Safari was up there with me. But since he was last down and we all saw Safari drive down, that means Firefox was there before us and after us. So I met a quantum physicist who worked for a big company. I won't name the company because I don't want to get him in trouble. But they do big aircraft company. They do stuff for the government, stuff for the military. All he does is private contracts. He was a quantum physicist, and I got to, well, I didn't really get to ask him a question. I said, tell me something cool. He said, I cannot. I said, I'll tell you a story. You tell me what you think. He goes, well, I don't know if I can tell you what I think. So I told him the story, and he turned into a little boy. He's like, oh my God, that is so cool. That's quantum entanglement, and we're working on it right now. We're trying to figure out how it all works, how we can harness it, what can we do with it. And I can tell you this, once we figure it all out, and we apply it to something, we have no idea what we're doing. And that's my life, and that's my job. And he kind of chuckled. So it's nice that the universe gave me confirmation and gave me a story to share with you.
A lot of people on their reservation land have negative experiences with UFOs. They get attacked, they have physical wounds.
Really?
Yes.
We had the Anasazi, we had the Sonawa, we had Hopi, Zuni, Navajo, we had the Yavapai, the Apache, they were later. We had the Hohokam. In the middle of the desert, you never know what you're gonna find. So this is just a rock, or is it? But somebody carved in this rock. Some people suggest it may be a map. Some people suggest this here, right here, is that rock formation right over there to your right, Tom.
Now, a lot of people think that Bigfoot is a fourth dimensional creature, or it could kind of hop in and out of this reality, and that's why it's kind of hard to track down and see.
So there's UFOs here.
Correct.
And there's Bigfoots, but that's just scratching the surface, right?
It really is, yeah, yeah. The weirdest two things. It's so pretty up here, and you usually get a nice breeze and good new perspective, yeah.
Your plate out here?
What?
That is. What the heck? Holy sh... Have you your camera on? Are you filming?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the red plate I've been feeding the Bigfoots on in the house.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
It's been missing for a few months. I got to this point where I was looking at a carving and I was like, wait a minute. It's a carving of a creature twice the size of the native people which are standing around him. And at the bottom of this creature by his foot, they carved a giant footprint next to his foot. And I was like, this is a carving, a Bigfoot. So I go back in the direction I came from, which was into the wind. And when I went into the wind, I smelled that smell that is associated with Bigfoot. It smells like dead bodies burning tires and burnt hair mixed together.
Ooh.
Like, you can't forget it. Honest to God, you'll never forget the smell.
Wow, that's quite a...
So I smelled it.
And there's some stories around why all the camping is closed in this area we're going to talk about as well. Not only did we experience and see it, we do have pictures and video evidence to share as well. And I think some of what we're showing has never been
seen before. Yeah. You guys are in for a treat.
Come along as we explore the strange happenings here around Sedona and Bradshaw Ranch.
And we don't really know what to think about a lot of this stuff, these experiences we've had, the stories we've gotten from locals that we're going to be sharing with you. And we want to know your thoughts on it. We're not sticking to any belief or anything. We keep everything in the like what if pile. You know, there's so many theories. So we just, you know, want to figure out what it is that's happening.
They're either going to tell me I'm a moron or you're a doctor. It's one of the two options.
Yeah, well, Cheri, there's your first rattlesnake, right?
They look like cow pies. That's the trick. Or if you prefer, a nope rope or danger noodle.
Nope rope.
The old nope rope again, huh?
That's what happens when you grab your drone. I'm sure you've had to do worse in your time
when you have to call
of doing
911, it's worse.
Yeah.
Tom, you signed that waiver, didn't you?
Yes, I signed my life away.
Ooh, oh God, that was bigger than I. Oh my God. Oh my God.
There's a lot more going on than you've been told.
Yeah.
So
join us as we explore Bradshaw Ranch.